Alissa Beth Photography and the Facebook group Inside the Box Creative Photography and Editing. I wanted to unpackage my new Santas for you today. So this is, before we get started, just know that you can purchase these templates at www.insidethephotobox.com. You can also join our thriving Facebook group, and there are links to both inside the comments of this video. Before we get, I wanted to let you know that these templates are multi-purpose Photoshop PSD templates. These are not just, this template and the other ones that are in the store, different variations of Santa, are not just JPEG overlays. These are fully functional templates that you will receive with a few different borders, 2 different backgrounds, and clipping masks already placed in there. But I wanted to give you an idea of how you can use these generally, how to place objects inside a clipping mask, and how you can maybe use this template with already composed inside the box projects. You can just plop them right in here yourself. So let's get started. Let's take a look here. When you open up the template, you're going to see just Santa here with this cool bouquet background, lots of little circles. We have also a blue background with Santa and some snowflakes. You can also add a blue border, if you like a blue and white border actually, a red border. If you click off the blue border, the red border actually looks a lot better with just the Santa right there. And if you see here on the right hand side, we have clipping masks. So I created these clipping masks for you to make a nice 6-box digital template. But these clipping masks are clipping masks. They can be moved, they can be altered, they can be resized, they can be deleted. They're really there for you as a starting point, maybe an ending point, or maybe both. So I want to do a quick show you how to add in your own photos inside a clipping mask. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to want to add maybe a photo into the top left box. So I'm going to click on the clipping mask that says top left. I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded, and then I'm going to go to, I should have had these open, but I didn't. And I'm going to pick a picture. I'm going to pick that one, and I'm going to place it in. See how the transformation tools open? I'm going to hold down the Shift key, and I'm going to resize the side to just maybe like what I think would be a good size. Place it above the top left, and then I'm going to press the check mark. Now here's the magic. You go over to the layers panel on the right hand side. I'm going to right click on, I'm on that single box in the box. That's the one I just imported. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to press and create clipping mask. And now you'll see that it has now, the picture is now inside the box. It's within the frame of the black clipping mask below it, so it will not come out. But I see like there's a little edge here. So what I want to do is I want to press, I'm still on my box, but I want to transform it. So I'm going to go to Command T, and I'm going to hold down the Shift button, and I'm going to move my box around inside the clipping mask, and I'm going to resize it a little bit so that it fits just how I would want it to fit. And that looks pretty good, maybe a tiny bit larger, really filling it out, and press the check, and you're done. So it's now, you can fill up all the boxes of those clipping masks with different pictures, and you will end up with a grid. So that's how you would do, and that's how you add pictures into a clipping mask. But I'm going to delete that right now, and I'm going to show you a couple other things that you can do. I'm going to enlarge my clipping masks to show you, maybe you want the boxes a little bit different. Take a look here. Before I even enlarge all of them, I'm going to go to my Move tool, and right now I'm highlighted on the top left. Oh, maybe I want the top left to be like this. Click and hold down the top middle. Maybe I want it to change the order of my boxes. So I have my computer set, my Photoshop set, so that when I have my move tool here, when I'm here with my move tool, if I just click on the box that I want, it will just find it in the layers panel. And you can move it around, and then you could change the design. If, let's say, you want to take that bottom right one and you want to make it much larger, make sure you're highlighted on the bottom right, go to Command T, or if you're on a PC, it would be Control T. And I'm going to do the same thing, use the transformation tool, hold down Shift, and I'm going to enlarge that box. Maybe I just want one big box here, press OK. Maybe I'm going to get rid of my bottom middle one. I'm just going to play around and make a whole new design. You see how easy that is? That was pretty easy. And there you go. Okay, I'm not saying that this is the design you'd want, but maybe you would. So that's how it can work. You can shut off clipping masks. You can move them around. Here's a nice way to do it. I'm highlighting top left. I'm holding my Shift button down, clicking on top middle and top right. Now all three are highlighted together, and I can just move them all at the same time. So maybe I'm going to want to move them and just have 3 boxes. And I've already preloaded in some writing, some text writing. The text writing that I'm going to show you right now is just a sample. It's not included. But I preloaded in a Merry Christmas. I'm going to press the same thing, Command T, and I'm going to enlarge my Merry Christmas. And now I could have a really nice border with 3 boxes and a little Merry Christmas with Santa. You can change it up in so many different ways. I want to show you one more thing that you can do. You can, I'm going to close up the text. I'm going to close and shut down all the clipping masks. And I'm going to open up, I want to show you one more thing you could do. I've already preloaded in, I have a 9 box that I've already completed. And I don't want to redo all these masks. I really like the 9 box. I just want to throw it into this template. So what I did was I did the same thing. I went to File, Place Embedded. I did this already. And then what I did was I brought in a 9 box. And the 9 box has already been brought in here. I'm going to move it inside this box. I'm going to press Command T. I'm going to give it a little bit of, there we go. But you'll see now that my 9 box is not really the same exact color as the white box that's there. Well, that's a pretty easy fix. So let me show you what you can do. You can add a layer right above your, you can add a layer right above the 9 box that I just brought in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the marquee tool, the rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to start at the edge of my 9 box. I'm sorry. First, I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to, oh, I got a refund. Look at that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to resize this box one more time. Command T, and I'm going to resize it. And now you're going to say, oh no, you're over Santa's hand. Well, we can fix that with masks right afterwards. So I'm going to make this nice and big to the full size. Actually, let's just make that a tiny bit smaller because it's kind of falling off the edge there. All right. And what you can do now is I already created a new layer. With the new layer open, I'm going to take my rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to select a rectangle that covers the rest of this one. I'm going to press the letter I for my eyedropper. I'm going to get, with the eyedropper tool, I'm going to get the color of the box that I already have. You'll see when you use the eyedropper, look on the left-hand side, that is now the top box there. I'm going to press the B command to bring my brush in, make my brush nice and big. Well, actually, better yet, I'm going to go to Edit, Fill, and then I'm going to go to Foreground Color because I've already selected the color from the box that I imported. And now I have filled it with the same color. All right, so I have a little overlap there. If I were to do this again, if I would do this for real, I would go back in, I would fix those edges right there. I wouldn't keep it like that, but I may go backwards one and just fix my rectangular marquee because it just went a little too, I probably would do my rectangular marquee again. So I'm going to go Command D, close off my marquee, try it one more time, try to this time get the edges correct. It's really not that hard, just sometimes it's just a trial and error. Going to again use my eyedropper, pressing the letter I, making sure that I have my foreground color is the color of this white box. I'm going to go to Edit, Fill, Foreground Color, and Command D to shut off the marching. All right, so I missed it again a little bit, but I would play with that for a few minutes, and then I would do the exact same thing on the left-hand side, which is, there we go, and Edit, Fill, and Foreground Color. Oh, whoops, I screwed that up. There we go. We're gonna, let's go back to there, Edit, Fill, Foreground Color, and Command D, and shut it off. And like I said, I will have to still fix that. I would have to fix the top, but it wouldn't really take me too long. And I'm going to now reveal Santa's hand by going back to the, it says Casey in the box. This is the layer that has just the 9 box that I originally imported. I'm going to put a mask over it. I'm going to use my brush tool. I'm going to press the X to make my brush black, and I'm just going to paint his hands back in. And then there you go. And that's how you can just use an already created box that you already have. And this is pretty much it. So thank you again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and see you inside the box Facebook group.